back in this thing. I like to cook. Cooking is an interesting way for me to find myself, have fun, find my freedom, eat what I want, maybe eat out less, save some money, make lunch, so many different ways, but cooking is kind of the center of that. It's been the center of my life for a very long time, and everybody in my family that I love and hold near and dear to my heart cooks or really enjoys food. So you can't really vibe with me. We can't really rock if you really fuck with food like that. You know what I'm saying? So today it is it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, and I haven't really cooked. I had a home cooked meal in a while. I've been ripping and running. So today I decided to kind of do two things in one and make salmon. This is wild caught Alaskan salmon that I get from Costco. I get like a bag of, I don't know, maybe 12. And I usually do fresh, but for some reason I had to buy, I think it was throwing a party or something, but I had to buy frozen. So frozen chicken wings. I'm actually gonna bake them, not fry them, which is good. And I'm gonna make some sauces. So I've got soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, hot sauce, honey, or you can use agave. If I had agave, I would use agave. I think I do, but if I can't find it, then I will use honey. And your average spices: pepper, onion, garlic, a bag of Brussel sprouts. You could use whatever side you want. I usually would have a shallot, but I decided not to go to the grocery store. So there we are. Cauliflower rice. I'm not really a big, I know y'all are gonna wild out, but I'm not really a big rice fan unless it's like incorporated into Asian dishes. Like I don't really just eat rice plain. Like stuff needs to happen with the rice. And I found in trying a paleo diet for a short period of time that cauliflower rice is actually good as hell and super cheap. This bag is like $2 and you get a decent size of cauliflower. So you can also cauliflower your own rice as well. So let's just get started. The first step is immersing this in cold water. Warm water does not thaw out anything. In a weird way, it's really bad for it because you're putting it in the danger zone. I think it's between like 50 and 105, 103 degrees or something like that. 50 and 150. I'm not sure. But anyway, so you don't want to do that. You just want to thaw out your meats and fish and any other poultries or seafood proteins. You want to do it in cold water. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you got your chicken, fish. I'm just going to put it in there. Run some cold water. I don't feel like I should have to say this, but I will. The best bet is to run cold water and then maybe wait about 30 minutes or so, dump it out, and run some more cold water. Or you can be a really shitty ass person and just continuously run water on it until it thaws out. It's faster, but it's not right. You're just wasting fucking water, you know. In the meantime, in between time, probably for the chicken, because this salmon is going to actually thaw out within maybe 30 minutes. The chicken I probably dump out maybe every 10 to 15, just so I can get it going. So now that my meats and seafood is in there, I'm gonna start on the sauce. Here we are with 2 cutting boards. You can use whatever cutting boards, however many cutting boards you want to use. That doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do is probably cut up the vegetables first. It's easier for me to kind of do it that way. I can sauce them up, marinate them if I need to, and then kind of put them on the side. So that's what I'm gonna do. First, they're easy to do. And I'm just going to snip these ends off. I don't have to, but I'm just choosing to do that. And I'm going to cut them in halves. All I need is just cut them in halves. So you don't need to do, if you want to cut them in quarters, you can most certainly do that. It is not necessary whatsoever. Now these are pre-washed. Sometimes I rewash things. Sometimes I'm lazy and I fucking don't. I actually recommend that you rewash your fucking own shit. I highly recommend that. I completely fucking forgot about it and I don't want to go back and do it. So we just gonna take a risk and hope that IG Lord is gonna bless us. Shout out to IG Lord. So yeah. That should be enough. And you know, if the first layer falls off, that's perfectly fine. It's like layer upon layer upon layer of Brussels. So you'll be alright. Yeah, I like everything to be flavorful and saucy. Everything I do is super seasoned, super saucy. Because am I Caucasian? No. I like my food fucking seasoned and sauced. So yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna cut up a few cloves of garlic. Some's gonna be for the salmon. Some's gonna be for the sauce. And as a matter of fact, let me see if I can find agave. Agave. Great. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. What is that? 8 beautiful cloves. So I'm gonna do some for the Brussels sprouts. I'm also gonna cut some onions for the cauliflower and the Brussels sprouts since I don't have shallots. This is the best way to do garlic. Don't kill yourself, but just mash the clove down. You should be fine. So, first clove. So that's pretty, that's as fine as I really need it. I don't really need it, Oh. Now we're going to do some onion. That's not an onion. What I like to do is put things in bowls so I can grab as I want. It's just the best bet for me. Toss it in however I like. But, people do what they want to do. Whatever works for you. So now I've got my garlic in a bowl. Now we're on our way to the onion. I don't know how much onion I need, so this is kind of how I do it. I always like to keep this is going to keep it fresh. So no need for me to kind of undo something that's perfectly fine if I don't need to. That's how I think about things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, my grandmother always told me CAYG, clean as you go. So, now that I'm done, I'm going to kind of clean up my workspace so I can start on the next process, which is the sauce. I think I'm going to do 2 sauces today, but we'll focus on teriyaki, and then probably I'll do buffalo for the chicken. And as a matter of fact, speaking of the chicken, I'm going to reapply the cold water, run some more cold water on top of it so it can thaw out a little faster. So, and I'm gonna rinse my knife off. So as you can see, the chicken is already starting to thaw out a bit, which is good. That's what you want. So I'm just gonna put some cold water back in there. Make sure to bring, if you have one of these, an extending faucet, make sure you bring it down to the chicken so the chicken juice doesn't splash up, okay? You don't want chicken juice everywhere. That's just the last thing you want. So I'm moving it around a bit, and then I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna check on my fish. Almost done. I'm gonna just run some more water over it. That's all I need. So now they're both in their respective places. I'm going to wash my hands. Fun fact about hand washing, it doesn't really kill germs. You want to make sure you don't get no soap on your shit, but it doesn't really kill germs if the water is not hot. As hot as you can stand it. And for about 30 seconds or more. Or you can do the alphabet. So there's that. Now we're going to do the sauces, so that's fun. And now let's talk about the sauces. So when I do teriyaki, super crucial, I get some soy sauce. You can use any kind of soy sauce you want. For the sake of this show, or of this YouTube page, also key. For the sake of this YouTube page, I'll do measurements. So I think it'd probably be the best to start off with a half a cup. A half a cup of soy sauce. Or maybe a little under. A fourth of agave. That's more than enough. Yeah. I guess we don't have any more sesame oil. But what you really want to put in here is sesame oil, okay? Just a little bit, not too much. Obviously, you can put a little pepper in there. A little garlic powder goes a long way. I would say maybe a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Some red pepper flakes, not too many, just a little bit for some spice. A little bit of onion powder, just a little bit. And put your garlic in there. A little onion if you want. Not too much. That's a decent teriyaki. You can change it to taste if you want it to be sweeter. It would be really awesome if I had a little bit of sesame oil. I don't know where it went. I'll probably do it again for the wings. So we'll see how much I need. I'm not making that many wings, so yeah, so let's check on this salmon. Matter of fact, yeah, let's check on the salmon and this chicken. Yeah, the salmon's done. Oh, it's that probably about 30 minutes. So that's good. So now we're gonna open this up and season this. I like to keep my skin on. That's really where if you're talking about omega-3s and shit, it's in the skin. Like I said, this is wild caught, so you know, you take the risk of mercury and all that other stuff, you know. This is big fish, so chances of mercury content is high. But I like salmon, and you know, I would say I live a high risk life anyway. So here's my 2 pieces of salmon. The first thing I'm gonna do is add some adobo. It works really well. I don't think it's overpowering if you do it right. Oh, like that. That's not how you do it right. That's really all the salt you need. You don't need much more. Just get it in there. Garlic powder. Not much, just a little bit. A little paprika. A little. I'm still getting used to these open containers. A little onion powder. Let's see. Want to hit it with that pepper. To be honest, the salmon is completely and perfectly, like, without the sauce, it's good to go right now. Like, without the sauce, you want to just kind of sop it up. Get that all the sides. Like a steak. But the salmon is perfect right here, right now. But, like I said before, I like lots of flavors. Some people might say too much flavor. Whatever you want to call it. But that's what I like. That's how I like my fish. But this is honestly what I would do if I probably wouldn't use adobo. I probably might use more of a, maybe like a Creole or Old Bay, or, you know. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the fish soak in the seasonings. I'll probably just put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes. So now we checked out the chicken. The chicken is completely thawed out, which is good. And so now the chicken can be seasoned. Well, first the chicken needs to be washed. So what I do is I take this chicken and I pour distilled vinegar over it. I just let it sit in there, and I add a little more water just to dilute it. And what this vinegar also does is begin to tenderize the meat. I'll let that sit again, just in its little vinegar bath. Some people use lemon, and so yeah. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get a tray. I'm gonna season the chicken. That's gonna be the next step. Kind of same situation with the fish. You're gonna do with the chicken. A little adobo. I season as I see. This is not onion powder. You do not want to do that. A little paprika. A little onion powder. And a little garlic powder. I also do a little Italian seasoning. Not too big, but just add that to the wing. Adds depth for me personally. So with the Brussels sprouts, a little bit of olive oil. That's good enough. You don't need too much. Medium high. And you want to get your balsamic ready. Your balsamic is kind of going to be the base for the glaze that we do. Balsamic and a little bit of honey. As a matter of fact, let's do agave, since we're doing agave anyway. So honey with a little bit of agave. So I'm going to let that heat up. There you go. You mostly want the onions. The garlic is cute. If you get garlic in there, that's fine too. But you mostly want the onions. Put a little garlic in there. Not too crazy. And what you want to do is sweat that out. Saute them to the translucent. Turn the heat down a bit. Yep. Keep it cute. And it's been about 5-6 minutes. So now I'm going to add the Brussels sprouts to the onions and garlic that we're sauteing. Also, to the Brussels sprouts, I'm going to add 1/4 cup vinegar. There we go. First off, take a look at that. Gorgeous. I'm going to mix that up, obviously, and let it kind of cook down. You want to get like a nice glaze. So put this on high. And then I add a little salt and pepper. That's it, just salt and pepper and maybe some garlic powder. Now, come back to this. Chicken. Just take a big spoon and, you know, mix it around. Make sure all the chicken get a decent amount of seasoning on it. It's a decent for a chicken wing, like right there as it is. But what I'm gonna do, keep it marinating in the fridge for 10-15 minutes. Then I'm gonna bring it out, should have dried out, and I'm gonna put it on the oven rack. So as you can see, this is where we're at right now with the Brussels sprouts. Yeah. That's probably about a tablespoon. Just some agave, a little vinegar. It's real good. And next step is the salmon. A little bit of olive oil. And a lot of bit of clumsiness. It's gonna give off, the skin is gonna give off a lot of fat anyway. So there's that. Put a little garlic down on there. Yeah, getting nice and sticky. Woo! see that? Gorgeous. Look at that beautiful salmon. So it's starting to bubble a bit. If you have salmon with the skin on, put the salmon down skin first. And then we'll turn off the I'm turning off the Brussels sprouts now. They're good. And now for the cauliflower rice. Now, many of you might not have a wok, and that's fine. But I do. So that's what I'm gonna cook this cauliflower rice on. You can take the whole thing, just dump it in. That's all you need to do. Now take this teriyaki sauce, give it another whisk if it's just been sitting. There you go. Pour it over. See that? That's what you want. That bubble. Can y'all see that? Yeah. So now what you would do is flip it over and let it bubble. Yep, flip it over. Let it get that caramelization. And you could take the rest and put it on the top. No big deal. Let's get some salt, garlic powder. Little garlic powder. The rest of the garlic. Pepper. A little salt. Kosher salt. Cool. Ooh, look at that. That piece is done. Ooh.
This shit is so good.
Automatically it's good. Just keep it on low, you know, let the sauce thicken up. The chicken's been sitting about 10 minutes. Some of the moisture has been drawn out, which is fine. So what you want to do is, I'm going to put them on the rack. And, yeah, I'm just going to lay it on the rack. There we go. There we are. Alright, so that's pretty simple. Alright. Take the rice off. So here it is. Look at that. Woo, that's that skin. This glaze is gonna go on top. Maybe presentation isn't the best, but that's some fucking good ass fucking salmon. Look at that glaze. Oh my god. Woo, I'm excited. Boom. There you have it, folks. Woo. Wow. Wow. We just made that together. Isn't that great? Look at that meal. Might seem complicated, but it's really not. Mostly plant-based. Craziest thing we have as far as the ingredients go is soy sauce. But look at this. Ooh, sorry. Look at what you've done. So proud of you. And I'll, continue with the video on how the chicken wings, on how they came out. But wow. I'm actually going to eat this now. And then we can come back to the chicken wings, which are now in the oven. That's going to be exciting. So yeah. Boom. And here you go. It's the finished product. Crispy chicken wings. You can put sauce on them. I got some barbecue sauce that I'll be using. Oop. I'll let them just rest for a bit. But yeah, man. Oh, make sure you flip them too. So you do like 30 minutes, flip them, do another 30, and then it'll be all set, 350. Yeah, man. Healthy too.